And let's breathe and release right into cobra position. Continue to relax and release that negative energy. Inhale, arch. Thrust your pelvis to the sky. And exhale, release into the stretch. Good. Focus, focus, focus.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
We do the hips to the sky thing again?
Yeah, that was great.
Make it a Bud Light.
She's not very relaxed.
Hello, I'm Jenny O'Brien, and I have an unusual bacterial vaginosis story to share with you today. It's about how I completely got rid of my bacterial vaginosis, BV, and finally reclaimed my life after 9 years of suffering. I'm going to tell you my story because it's probably very similar to yours, and if you watch this entire video, I'll do more than just tell you a story. I'll give you the solution I discovered and use to this very day. In this free video, I'll show you how to get rid of your BV symptoms in the next 72 hours and how to completely eliminate your bacterial vaginosis within 30 to 60 days using an all-natural therapy. There are 3 easy principles you must understand in order to eradicate BV for good. 1. What bacterial vaginosis really is and why you have it. 2. What doesn't work and what makes it worse. 3. The only proven way to get rid of BV and all related symptoms forever. By embracing these 3 principles, you can banish your BV symptoms, such as smelly discharge, itching, and pain, in the next 72 hours. Permanently eliminate the root cause of bacterial vaginosis within 30 to 60 days. Never experience messy discharges again. Enjoy sex again. Increase vitality and dramatically improve the quality of your life. You might be wondering who I am. My name is Jenny O'Brien, and I'm a certified nutrition specialist, health consultant, medical researcher, and author. I'm also a former BV sufferer. Over the past 7 years, I've helped women in 157 countries to permanently eliminate their bacterial vaginosis. And today, I would like to help you. Chances are, I know exactly how you feel because I've been there myself and seen it with thousands of my clients. Maybe you're extremely confused about your BV condition. You're distressed because everything you've tried has not worked. You're fed up with all the empty promises, quick fix scams, and sleazy treatment ripoffs. You want something that works and works quickly to get rid of your bacterial vaginosis for good. Are you frustrated because you know there must be an answer to your problem, but you just haven't been able to find it? Well, you just found it. Imagine this. You wake up one morning 4 to 8 weeks from now, and it hits you. Your BV is gone, wiped out completely. There's no messy discharge, no foul odor, and no pain after intercourse. You don't need painkillers or other creams, drugs. You feel lighter, healthier, and more energetic than you have in ages. And it's all because you finally figured out the answer you've been searching for. My story started with a slight discharge. It worsened over the course of a few days, and the burning and itching in my genital area also became unbearable. Some vaginal cream from a local pharmacy seemed to help, but my symptoms didn't completely disappear. Then they suddenly got worse. My doctor suspected a urinary tract infection, UTI, and prescribed an antibiotic. It seemed to work, and I soon forgot all about the incident, until a few weeks later it recurred. Since my menses had just ended, I figured the bleeding must have irritated the skin. I used some soothing creams to ease discomfort, but my symptoms continued to worsen by the day. Worse yet, the pain was becoming excruciating when I peed. Suspecting another UTI, my doctor ordered a urine test. Upon seeing negative results, however, he called me in for an exam. My doctor was quick to diagnose bacterial vaginosis, which he described as a simple bacterial infection that should go away in a few days. He prescribed another antibiotic and some ointment to help ease my discomfort, and it did. Within a few days, my symptoms indeed disappeared, and I resumed a normal life. Then, while getting ready for a date one night, I noticed a fishy smell. Not sure of the cause, I took a shower and used some deodorant spray. It wasn't until things got a little heavy with my date that I noticed it again. Excusing myself, I went to the bathroom and was appalled to discover a heavy grayish discharge in my panties. In shock, I realized that the smell was coming from my own private parts. Taking my doctor's advice, I got more antibiotics and made an appointment to remove my IUD, hoping that would stop infections. Unfortunately, no one warned me that when you have BV, any type of surgical procedure, like getting or removing an IUD, could make you more susceptible to contracting other infections, even something as serious as pelvic inflammatory disease. That's exactly what happened to me. For weeks after this simple procedure, I was in excruciating pain and wondered if I'd lose my ability to conceive. I also had to find a new form of birth control. I asked my partner to use a condom, but soon began experiencing pain upon penetration. Thinking that condoms were aggravating my condition, I decided to try the pill. That didn't help. The high estrogen levels triggered by the pill only worsened my BV symptoms. With the itching, burning, discharge, and foul odor, I felt anything but sexy, and soon my partner and I parted ways. The good news was that in the absence of any sexual contact, my condition actually got better, and it stayed better until I met my husband. Seemingly free from BV, I entered into the new relationship with confidence. Then, one evening, my partner mentioned an odd odor. Oh no, I thought, not again. Within days, all of my symptoms were back. Worse yet, the prolonged doses of antibiotics were beginning to take their toll. I experienced bouts of extreme fatigue, a symptom of vitamin B deficiency caused by taking too many antibiotics. Then there appeared yeast infections, causing even more discomfort. Still, the doctor insisted that antibiotics were my only option. My partner was very understanding and encouraged me to keep trying to get well. A year later, we married and decided to start a family. I got pregnant right away, but heartbreak struck when I had a miscarriage a few weeks later. My OB/GYN explained that chronic bacterial vaginosis can put some women at a higher risk of miscarriage. She put me on a new BV treatment, and soon I became pregnant again. Everything went fine until week 30, when my BV symptoms suddenly increased. Then at 35 weeks, I went into premature labor. Bacterial vaginosis was indeed playing havoc with my body and even putting my baby at risk. Thankfully, the baby was born perfectly healthy, but I decided at that moment that I'd had enough. Whatever was causing these repeated BV episodes had to be stopped. I wasn't going to risk my health, relationship, and any future pregnancies because of this toxic bacterial overload. Deep down, I knew there must be a healthy solution, and I became determined to find it. So I started studying hard. I bought every book on bacterial vaginosis, hormonal regulation, vaginal infections, detoxing, and nutrition I could get my hands on, and picked the brains of every doctor, herbalist, homeopath, and naturopath kind enough to lend their time. Over the years, I tried every treatment possible, including antibiotics, creams, lotions, vegetarianism, veganism, blood type diet, macrobiotics, megadose vitamin therapy, intense detoxification, Chinese medicine, homeopathy, and every herbal remedy I could find. Yet despite years of intense effort, I still suffered from bacterial vaginosis. But I didn't give up. I began to realize that many of my BV-related issues were coming from the same deep-rooted cause. One evening, while speaking with a holistic doctor, I discovered the final piece of the puzzle. Combining it with 14 years' worth of information I'd collected, I compiled a plan to eliminate BV and all of its related symptoms for good. I followed this plan for 3 weeks, and finally, my bacterial vaginosis completely disappeared, never returning again. I was finally free from BV and all of its debilitating symptoms. I was so relieved. A simple holistic strategy had opened the door to my new, much more enjoyable life. My doctor wanted to know how I'd done it. He was amazed when I outlined my program. "I think you might have something here," he said. "I'd ask other BV sufferers to try it too." Taking his advice, I sent off my protocol to several dozen women and waited for results. Soon, I began receiving emails and calls from people all over the world, telling me how their BV symptoms were disappearing fast. My doctor was right. I was onto something and needed to share my discovery with the world. That was years ago, and today I still remain BV-free. How did I do it? By embracing the truth that hardly anyone knows or will tell you about. Here it is. The best bacterial vaginosis treatment in the world